And good evening, one and all, listening to this very wonderful, I suppose it's been quite a series really of empowerment of us here in the midlife. I myself am 52, so I'm quite aware of some of the challenges that we face as women going through our midlife and trying to find our own identity as our children leave the nest, and what that means also as we go into the world as a slightly older person, and myself as an entrepreneur. So thank you for having me, Jean. I'm very pleased to be here. So on the matter of the toxic friends, I think it's a very interesting point. And I think that all of us have had experiences around toxicity and the feelings of, I suppose, feeling less than what we should feel, feeling undervalued and slightly worthless. But I think what you really pointed out that's important is the subtle difference between that and actually abusive language that comes with toxicity. So some of that we see often with parents and young people that are working together, but there's a problem with alcohol in the family or drugs. And you'll also see that with friends. You know, sometimes you'll get a situation where you might be confronted with a friend who's had a few too many drinks, and sometimes then a few of the truths come out, as you would call it. The question really is at that point, do your values align? And I think that this is a very important exercise that each and every one of the women in your club can actually consider doing, is actually considering looking at their values. And I know, Jean, we've worked extensively on our value systems and to really hone in how we want to move forward in our lives. And that will really help to get clarity on what's important to you. Because if quality relationships are important to you, then someone speaking ill of you or speaking to you in a way that doesn't resonate with the way in which you would like to have a quality relationship, then there is that very important question, as you mentioned, Jean, to ask questions about, is this the person I need in my life? Because vibration is an incredibly important element of being healthy. Resonating and vibrating at a higher level is really, really important. We'll come to that slide in a moment, so we'll keep you in suspense a little about that. And Jean, you also mentioned about the eagles, which I thought is a very a nice example. Those twigs didn't look very comfortable, and having been someone who's been on Vipassana, for all of you who don't know what that is, it's actually a Buddhist tradition where you are in a silent retreat and meditate for a week or 10 days, and you lie on a very hard bed. So it reminded me of that. A little bit of contemplation about what you want to do next. If it's not too comfortable, do I want to go and do something else that's a little more comfortable? Which I think really harks back to the last comment about toxicity. Is it really that comfortable? And is this hindering you or helping you to be the best version of yourself? And I think that is really, you know, looking at eagles, they soar really high up. And when I'm working with clients, I'm always asking them, how high would you like to soar? How high would you like to resonate at a frequency of peace and happiness and joy? Or do you want to be apathetic? Which is actually, you'll see that in a moment, how low that is as a frequency. So we have a couple of obstacles that we need to be considering. So Jean, if you just take us to the next slide.
There we are.
Lovely.